So much television, so many memories. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 best TV moments of 2018.
Find our sisters.
2018 has been an absolute roller coaster of a year.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
Click the link below to find our best and worst of 2018 videos for a look back at all the awesome and crazy things that happened.
For this list, we're taking a look at standout scenes from another sensational year of television. Just to clarify, we're focusing on individual moments as opposed to entire episodes. Also, hopefully you're caught up on your favorite shows because this list is littered with spoilers. Number 10. Rick's death. The Walking Dead. With Season 9 serving as Andrew Lincoln's last as a series regular, we all wondered how The Walking Dead would send Rick Grimes off. Since this post-apocalyptic drama had never been afraid to kill major characters before, many assumed that Rick would either bite the bullet or get bitten by a walker.
I found him.
When the wounded Rick blew up a bridge overrun with walkers, it appeared he had taken his own life in the process, leaving his friends and viewers totally distressed. This would have been an epic hero's exit, as Rick seemed at peace with his fate. Nevertheless, we're still glad that Rick survived the blast and is flying off to a safe haven, for now. Number 9. Becker, BoJack Horseman. Few shows have balanced comedy and tragedy better than BoJack Horseman, with this episode serving as a key example. The 26-minute runtime mostly consists of BoJack delivering a eulogy at his mother's funeral, although half the time it feels more like a stand-up routine.
This is a funeral, sir, for my mother. Could you show a little respect? I'll take it.
The whole episode is equal parts funny, poignant, and cringe-inducing, but the highlight comes towards the conclusion when BoJack compares his loss to the show Becker.
It had all the right pieces, but it couldn't put them together. And when it got canceled, I was really bummed out.
Like that Ted Danson sitcom, BoJack's relationship with his mother was never good, but he remained committed in hopes it would get better. Alas, both ended on sour notes, leaving BoJack feeling angry and empty inside over the many years of squandered potential. Number 8. The Turd Burglars' Identity. American Vandal. This criminally cancelled mockumentary series outdid itself in Season 2, crafting a compelling mystery around fecal matter.
I was so scared. I thought we were gonna get pooped on.
It accumulated to the reveal that the Turd Burglar was Grayson Wentz, who had been expelled due to offensive tweets he posted using school computers.
These were the actions of an individual completely lacking any form of empathy.
The twists don't end there, as another revelation is dumped on us. Kevin, who was the prime suspect from the beginning, did in fact carry some guilt, as Grayson manipulated him into committing the brownout. While these crimes weren't justified per se, we ultimately identify with everyone behind the Turd Burglar case, as they're all part of a society that's still learning about the power of social media and the consequences of trolling. Number 7. The Dinner, Killing Eve. After multiple brief encounters, this show's leading ladies finally share a formal meeting when Villanelle breaks into Eve's apartment. As Eve tries to fend her off with a toilet brush, Villanelle asserts that she just wants to have dinner. Eve is frightened, confused, and drenched as she serves Villanelle a plate of leftovers.
Did you make this?
No.
Your husband?
Yes.
He has an excellent mustache.
The audience can't help but smile over the absurdity of the situation while still genuinely fearing for Eve's well-being. The conversation that ensues is like a game of chess, as each woman tries to get inside the other's head. Although it builds to an intense showdown with a knife pressed up against Eve's neck, Villanelle leaves matters on a darkly humorous note.
Okay. Thank you so much for your help.
Number 6. June reunites with Hannah, The Handmaid's Tale. June's reunion with Hannah had been in the making for some time, especially after the handmaid learned of her daughter's whereabouts last season. It's equally rewarding and devastating when June finally gets to share a moment with Hannah in Season 2. Now named Agnes, Hannah is hesitant when she sees her mother, having been separated for so long and feeling abandoned. Fortunately, June's love for Hannah shines through, and the two are able to momentarily reconnect. Just as they're brought back together, however, the mother and daughter are pulled apart again.
It's gonna be okay, sweetie. Okay?
Stay inside.
Our hearts completely shatter as June tells Hannah to live a happy life and chases after her for one last hug in the snow. Number 5. Matt's Prison Break, Daredevil. After Season 1's hallway showdown, Daredevil set a standard for fight choreography we thought it'd never top. The superhero drama raised the stakes in Season 3 though, as a blindsided Matt Murdock winds up in a prison full of criminals and corrupt guards under Fisk's thumb. What follows is a 10-minute-long adrenaline rush that director Alex Garcia Lopez miraculously pulled off in an uninterrupted take, although it reportedly took several attempts to get the sequence right. With a riot breaking out, we follow Matt as he dodges attackers and throws punches around every corner. With some assistance, he's able to make it out the front gate and into his taxi, leaving us all exhausted. Number 4. Come Along With Me, Adventure Time. After 10 seasons, this Cartoon Network series couldn't have left us on a more fitting note.
Music is powerful, man. It speaks to a primal pit in our brains.
All good things must come to an end, but the Adventure Time finale demonstrates how life goes on even when all's said and done.
Come along with me, and the butterflies and bees.
Set to the show's ending theme, we're given a glimpse of what happens to everyone after the Great Gum War. Lumpy Space Princess becomes Lumpy Space Queen, Marceline settles down with Princess Bubblegum, and Finn reunites with his fellow humans. It's even hinted that more adventures await in the future, as two creatures known as Shermie and Beth discover the Finn sword. For now, all is as all should be in the land of Ooh. Number 3. Jack's Death, This Is Us. After nearly 2 seasons of clouding Jack's death in mystery, it was heavily hinted that the Pearson patriarch lost his life in a house fire. When Jack emerged from the flames with Kate's dog, we were relieved one second, confused the next, and ultimately left unsettled, knowing that Jack's death was inevitable no matter what. As Rebecca makes some phone calls and uses the vending machine, she's completely oblivious to the concerned doctors in the background, although we know exactly what's happening.
You caught me red-handed.
Mrs. Pearson, can we sit?
When Rebecca learns of her husband's Widowmaker heart attack, she's in such denial that she bewilderedly bites into her candy bar. Returning to Jack's hospital room, however, the excruciating truth sinks in. Number 2. Meeting Teddy Perkins, Atlanta. Whenever viewers tune into Atlanta, they're never sure what to expect. Half of the time, they're not even sure how to feel while watching the surreal series.
Call me Teddy.
No episode has blended genres quite like Teddy Perkins. Looking to buy a piano, Darius is lured to a mansion where the titular Teddy resides. The character's resemblance to Michael Jackson will have the audience laughing hysterically, while also putting them in a highly uncomfortable state.
It's a very hard thing.
I can imagine.
No, you can't!
From the second we meet Teddy, we don't know what to make of him. For that matter, we don't know who the mystery actor playing Teddy is. Turns out it was Donald Glover in whiteface, making the experience all the more unforgettable. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
My lord, the queen is dead.
Ready? And fight!
I'm lucky. I got this letter. I never had a chance to write him a letter and to tell him all the things that I should have.
No, wait, we're coming together. Come on.
Sorry.
Fine.
Number 1. The Parking Garage, The Americans. From the first episode, it was clear that FBI agent Stan Beeman would eventually learn that his neighbors were KGB operatives.
Hey!
Stan!
After 6 seasons of build-up, Stan confronted Elizabeth, Philip, and Paige in a parking garage.
Maybe you and I...
Stop moving!
Having come to view the Jennings as friends, Stan is heartbroken that he must arrest them. But Philip makes one final plea to earn his neighbor's trust. This episode received a Primetime Emmy for writing, while actor Matthew Rhys took home a statue for his performance, and both wins can be partially attributed to this masterful scene alone. While Stan decides to let the Jennings go, Paige finds that her parents are on a path she can't follow. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.